This is the RSGC ACES program for grade 11. Project 2.1, the traffic light. This project features an Arduino Uno, 3 10mm LEDs, one green, one yellow, and one red, all soldered into a traffic light PCB designed by Jay Schaffer, one 670 ohm resistor, 4 male-to-male right-angled header pins, which lets the PCB connect to either an Arduino or breadboard, and one power source, which in this case is a 9-volt battery. This project was designed to help newer ACEs explore how to combine coding and hardware, in which we're supposed to solder together the PCB and design the code for it. Now, moving on to the code.
The code starts off with 5 variables. While these don't need to be variables, I've made them variables so it's easier to change how long the LEDs turn on or where the PCB is without digging through the code. Then is the setup function. This is where you put all of the stuff you want to have only happen once, such as setting the ground pin to low, so that way all of the LEDs turn on when they get power. Next is a variable that counts how many times the code has looped, so it can tell the code which LED to turn on. Then is the endless loop, so that way the code endlessly loops. Within the endless loop, I've said 3 ternary statements, which are if-else statements that are 1 line long. As you can see here, this is the if part with the question mark. Then is the if this is true, put out this. Beside the colon is if it's false, put out this. I have that for each of the 3 colors, each set to a different variable. Then I have the delay. Well, normally this would just be a simple line of code. Because the yellow LED is turned on for shorter than the other 2, since a yellow light is a lot shorter than a green light or a red light, this also has a ternary statement. And it tells the code to bit shift the duration to the right 2, or divide it by 4. Next up, it tells the code that the number of loops that have passed is 1 greater. Then you would click the upload button in the top left and it would send it to the Arduino.
Once you have uploaded your code to an Arduino Uno through this silver box here using a USB type B connection, as shown here, the code will then be put into an Arduino and it will enact upon it. In my case, I'm using the pin 8 for ground and pins 9, 10, and 11 because they all have tildes, which means they all accept an analog output as the output, which lets the traffic light have similar brightness throughout. That was Project 2.1, the traffic light.